I think guilt is probably my biggest thing as well. I feel quite guilty, and I think it sits alongside grief, because I feel like because of me, our life isn't going to be what we thought. The retirement that we had planned isn't going to happen. We had a bit of a roadmap of what our life was going to look like, and I feel incredibly guilty that that's now that's not going to happen, and I feel like I've done it to my husband, not on purpose, but I feel incredibly guilty, and there is a lot of grief there.
That's a huge burden to carry. I also like to, guilt is, again, when the belief system doesn't match the behavior, and your behavior is only because of your condition, not because of what you're wanting. The other thing guilt does, it takes you away from people. It takes you away from getting close, because it creates this sort of barrier between you and them. And thinking of guilt as a more of an external thing, that it's something that's taking you away as opposed to bringing you closer. Sometimes it allows you to just sort of say, well, hey, guilt, stay over there, because I want to be close to my partner and I want to have that connection. I don't want to use you to keep me away from people. Does that make sense? Guilt does that. And the other thing, when you talked about you've done this, when things are like so big, sometimes it's useful to think about, well, life throws us curlies. I don't know anybody that goes through life and everything's roses, right? And life changes paths so much. And you're one path that's changed. But if you sat there and thought about all the countless and millions of other people in the world who, not because they did it, because they wanted it, that life just threw them a curly and their whole lives had to change. How many millions of people is that? How many millions of families had to adapt? And adaptation is a critical human skill to get through life. And although your family's gone through this, they've learned adaptation, they've learned acceptance, they've learned empathy. And I think being part of a collective of people who have gone through that sometimes can help in the way you think about yourself. Does that make any sense, what I'm saying?
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.